slot.
Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
From the land of lemons, magic, and neighbors who still wave, it's Voices of the Valley. Join hosts Jim and John as they shine a spotlight on local businesses, city council news, community events, and all the colorful characters that make the Santa Clara River Valley feel like home. From Santa Paula to Fillmore and Peru, this is your hometown podcast, Voices of the Valley.
Yes, sirree. It's Voices of the Valley, and we're not prepared.
Well, we've been off for a couple weeks, you know.
I know.
Jesus.
Are you getting anything on your
No, I'm
mic?
nothing on my mic.
I'm getting a little something now.
I'm nothing here.
No?
Nothing.
You don't hear anything?
I don't hear anything on my mic.
Huh. Your headset, you mean?
Not.
Well, you shouldn't hear anything from your mic
I'm
because
not hearing anything on my headset.
your mic is about talking
True.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try somebody else's headset.
These have been powered down for a couple of weeks, right?
I know. We've been dark. We actually forgot to put
Better? Nope, nothing on this.
nothing on that one either.
No.
How about the other one?
Let's try. Third time's a charm.
I got some good contact here. Yo, yo, yo.
One ear.
One ear.
One ear only.
Okay.
That's better than nothing. All right.
So so everything's going faulty on us since we've been dark.
You got to dust off the cobwebs.
I know.
Jesus.
So I was in Virginia.
How'd that go?
It went very well. And the last night we were there, Julie was tucking in our grandson, and he went, "Grandma, I don't want you to leave. You're gonna make me sad."
No.
So I left her.
You did.
No, she came on with
Right
me.
on. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. That was your escape.
Like, you
right?
can have her.
Yep.
Nah. We actually came home on our anniversary, our 34th anniversary.
Way to go. You brought her on a trip, took her on a trip.
We had dinner at the airport. That was our anniversary dinner.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know?
80 something bucks for dinner at one of these nice restaurants at the airport. And it was the absolute worst food I ever had in my life.
It's airport food.
Oh my God. It was
Get what
horrible.
you get. You know, it's,
So I got a club sandwich, and I don't know that there was anything in that sandwich that had flavor, including the bread.
really.
Yeah. It was just like there was no flavor whatsoever.
You better off just grabbing a
So,
bag of chips and a soda. You know?
we should have gotten
Yeah.
pizza.
You can't go wrong with pizza at the airport.
I know.
You know,
That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it was a good trip. Went to we were in next to Washington. We went to go see the Marine Museum, which was pretty interesting. And we played golf in the rain.
Nice. Okay.
Hour and 15 minutes for 9 holes.
Really?
Yeah. We're only ones on the course.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
So it was on the military base, and it was we just plowed through.
Yeah. Wow.
So
All right. Just stop by the White House. Pay a visit.
I've stopped by several White Houses. Not the big one.
Go see the man.
Yeah, go tell him what I think about his gas prices.
What's going on? And you see what California's like?
Oh, jeez.
Well, you know what his answer
So
is.
$3. Their price was $3.97.
And that's high for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very high for them.
Mm.
But while I was gone,
Mm-hmm.
they had the Chamber Awards and the best of,
Correct.
and I understand that you were there.
Yes, I was there.
And I did get a little bit of a briefing,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded like the intro videos, the way they did the intros, and then the people came up on the podium, that had a really nice flow to it.
It did. Yeah.
And it saved probably a tremendous amount of time because people didn't have 10-minute speeches.
The introductions are not a problem. It's the speeches that are.
Well, no, there were a couple people in the year prior
Yeah.
that had very long intro speeches.
We were giving them 3 minutes tops, and some of them went 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know,
Yep.
it just depends on the people that get or the recipients, you know. So
Yeah.
I know last year was like we knew one was going to go over, so we tried to save time in other areas. And sure enough, went along.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good event. It was I think for their first year without me doing it, you know, they did a good job. It was a little hectic at first. I know when their check-in was a little chaotic and stuff, but that's understandable. People all get there at the same time. So
Yeah.
but
And I know the mic situation was kind of
yeah, there was a problem with the mics.
Yeah.
And then just the way they handled it was just not the best. So
Well, and they weren't using a service, they were just using the in-house stuff, which
in-house stuff, which
yeah.
is, I mean, I love the fact that they let somebody use them like that, but it doesn't work for that kind of an event.
Yeah.
You need to have multiple mics just in case.
Yeah, and I think the way that room is configured and everything like that, if you don't have the right speakers and configured in the right way, it's probably great for bands and for music, for dance parties and stuff. But not so hot for
that's why
dialogue.
The first year when I was there, first year I did it, I thought the sound just wasn't going to work for us. So that's why I brought in a professional sound guy to come in. We actually changed it where we would build the stage right above the video board.
Right.
So that, because what was happening was that when you're in the big stage, people have to turn back. They're always constantly going back and forth and stuff. And that's an inconvenience. I got a lot of complaints on that. It's like, well, we have to keep doing that. So I'm like, well, let's invest. It costs us like an extra $500 to build a stage. Not a big deal. But people were able to see it as you're talking and stuff like that. So it was more of a convenience for us to do that for the public.
Yeah.
Because I'm always detailed like that. I always looked at that stuff. It's like what makes it easier. So it was a little awkward even when I was sitting there and I was just like, you look and you have to go back. And I'm like, okay, I get why we made that change. So, but with a new team, they're learning, So,
right.
I mean, as far as like the best of stuff, I mean, they did a great job with that. There was, a lot of people that were there because of that.
Right.
It seemed that portion seemed to go really smooth and stuff. The only thing that I had with the main awards was they didn't have a second microphone for one of the recipients, Maria Jimenez, who was a Citizen of the Year, predominantly speaks Spanish, had a translator up there. The translator had the microphone. She didn't have a microphone.
Oh,
So she was talking. You couldn't hear her. And her translator was right there and translated in English.
right.
So I didn't think it was a good look because a lot of people that were there to see her spoke Spanish. So I would have given her the mic and then just, even after it was over or whatever, then the translator could do it something, or they share the microphone.
Which translator did they have?
Ludres.
Was it the woman?
Yes. The one that usually does them. Yeah. So she did a great job translating, but it was just like, it got to that point and she was, Maria was a Citizen of the Year. And I was just like, oh man, missed opportunity there,
So I met with Deirdre over lunch and we had talked about the event and we were commenting on the fact how people, you really need to kind of educate people on how to talk into a microphone.
Yeah.
Because so many people want to hold the mic, with it like this.
Yeah.
And they're talking and talking and talking, and it's like it's a directional mic.
Yeah.
So you need to talk in its direction.
Yeah, and a few of them that were there didn't do that, and you could tell.
Yeah, they were kind of holding it down here.
Yes, and
instead of like this.
Somebody in the crowd did say, "We can't hear you." So but I mean, overall, I mean, it was a packed house. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, I heard that great attendance.
Great attendance. The food was good. They did something different. It was a catered buffet. They didn't have like all the different restaurants like we've had in the past. So that was a change.
Who did the catering?
It was Chili Peppers. They're from Camarillo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're kind of Palazzo's in-house or their main caterer.
Oh, nice.
So they do a great job. I mean, if it was me though, I'd get a local.
Yeah,
because you're supporting your. A big thing about the chambers when I was there is we supported our chamber members
right
as best we could with that. And if we had a member that could provide that, then we would do that.
Right.
We have plenty of caterers in Santa Paula.
Yeah.
Do that kind of stuff. So a little disappointed in that they didn't use that. But yet again, it's Palazzo's in-house caterer. So
yeah, they probably looked at them. Right.
Yeah. And they probably gave, and I'm sure they gave him a great deal. And the food was good. And
Palazzo probably makes a little something off of the deal as well because it's their in-house.
Oh, the value was there. I mean, you had a full plate, so it was good. but I always feel funny about that, about using somebody that's not a
Yeah.
member, especially if there's people out there. Because actually, one of the businesses that was there came up and talked to me and said, asked me how I was doing, whatever. And I said, and I thought he was catering. I'm like, oh, you're catering? He goes, nah. And I said, oh, I thought you guys were catering. He goes, nah. He goes, it's that company from Camarillo. And he goes, you always got somebody from Santa Paula. He goes, why didn't they do that? I go, you need to ask them about it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, they did nothing about the event was bad. They did a great job. It was just different.
Yeah.
And I expected that,
Yeah.
So
and you came out. So and they were actually pleased that you were there.
I'm there to support them too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a member.
Yeah.
Until they revoke my membership, I'm still a member. So I've been going to some of their events.
Yeah.
And why not? I live in this town, so I want them to do well. I don't want to. I want them to keep building on what I did when I was there.
Right.
And the next person takes the torch and hopefully they make it even better.
Right.
So I don't want to see it fall apart. That's just not not going to happen.
Nope.
So
so let's talk tourism.
Yes.
So I just finished the revised release of our new game called Geo. Well, it's not a new game. So it's a revised release of our game called Geo Hunts, which was created during COVID.
Correct.
And so one of the reasons why we had to put off the Valley Rally, which we had talked about on the air before, was because I needed to revamp this into a different platform because the existing platform costs way too much money.
Yeah.
So that's been done, and now it's got a tremendous amount of flexibility into it to where we can build the games very easily.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a cakewalk in order to get these games published and ready to go for the Valley Rally. So, but that's obviously one thing we're looking at trying to do to help bring people across and make them visit places, because it's a scavenger style game. Yes. So they have to go to places in order to play in the game.
Yeah.
And so the idea is to get them to go into places throughout the valley that will introduce them to some tourism type related stuff, some restaurants, some local businesses, whatever it might be. But you were doing some research on tourism, and what did you find?
When we talked the other day, I was just like, let me look up and see what are the top tourist attractions in the valley as we're trying to build this.
As far as like things like Google actually consider being tourism.
Well, what I did is I did it through AI.
Okay.
And I typed in the top 10 tourist attractions based on popularity in the Santa Clara River Valley.
Okay.
So what do you think the number one tourist attraction is?
I'm going to say the trains.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So the number one attraction is the Fillmore and Western Railway.
Wow.
They haven't been in existence in 4, maybe 5 years.
Yes.
And well, actually, the information was based off the Heritage Valley Tourism Bureau website.
Really?
That's where it said it pulled it from.
Okay.
So that needs to be updated.
Yeah.
So that's the number 2. Interesting is the California Oil Museum. That's been closed since COVID, 6-7 years now, which is no longer going to be the oil museum. They pulled that from Day Trippin', whatever that industry magazine is. The number 3, which should have been number 1, is Lake Piru.
Okay. I buy that one.
Rancho Cumulos.
Okay. Buy that one.
Aviation Museum in Santa Paula.
Buy that one.
Bennett's Honey Farm.
Oh, the honey farm.
That's a great place.
Yeah,
it is. The Fillmore Historical Museum and Railroad Visitor Center. I've been in there in years, but it's a cool place.
Okay.
The Art Museum in Santa Paula.
Okay.
Highway 126 Scenic Drive and Farm Stands. All the different farm stands, as you're driving up and down.
Yeah.
So that's a tourist attraction. You think about it, there's so many,
Yeah. I never would have thought of that one. That's interesting.
And then number 10 is the Santa Clara River and natural trails, all the hiking trails. That probably can include like the Punch Bowl and all that stuff too. So then I told them eliminate the railway and the oil museum and see what it comes up with. Had the same ones in that same order, and the ones they added was historic downtown at number 9, Santa Paula, and the Sespe Wilderness in Los Padres National Forest. That was number 10.
So the fish
Hatchery.
hatchery was not on that list.
No, you look at it. There's the train depot wasn't there.
Yeah, so the rail cars,
The rail cars. Agriculture Museum wasn't there.
which the ag is pretty much shut that down anyways, right? They're doing
Based on how they
events
pulled this information up from years ago. It's
Yeah.
still open. It had the aviation museum, but it didn't have the airport. Didn't have downtown Fillmore, but I only did top 10. But it's just interesting what the popularity of what they come out here for. Is it accurate? Not completely, It's just
because it's relying on websites that
that's where AI is pulling it from. So, but I get Lake Pyro being the top destination. We've always talked about that being one of the top ones out here, and then Rancho Cumulos. So, but yeah, it's just interesting how, and this is something to work on how we build the tourism out here.
right. Now there is a let me see, where is it listed? So one of the things that I discovered with AI is that when you do a search, oftentimes it pulls that information up instantly. It's like boom.
Yeah.
And one of the things that that I discovered is that you can actually force AI to think, to where it's not just pulling information from what it assumes it knows, but it's actually going back through and searching and finding out what it truly should know.
Yeah.
So mine is actually set to think.
Okay.
So Rancho Cumulos comes up as
The top one.
the top one.
Okay.
The Oil Museum and the Fillmore Railroad, that comes up as well. So that's obviously the Sunburst is number 4.
So it does have Sunburst.
Yep.
Good.
The Art Museum is number 5. St. Thomas Aquinas is number 6. The Hummingbird Sanctuary.
Okay.
Have no idea.
Where is that?
It's Hummingbird Tea Experience Gardens and Mountain Serenity near Santa Paula. Reservations are required. Santa Paula Theater Center is on the list.
See, that should be on there too. Yeah.
Lake Piru.
Mm-hmm.
Sespe Creek.
Okay.
Downtown Santa Paula murals.
Okay.
Heritage Valley Wine Trail. Museum, the Ag Museum.
Okay.
The Balloon Festival.
That comes up every once in a while.
Yeah. And the Los Padres National Forest.
Yeah, that's come up on almost all of them.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So what that basically tells you too, though, is that when people are going in to search for things to do in the valley, what kind of misinformation are they necessarily getting?
It doesn't tell you the full story of who we are out here.
Yeah.
So that there's opportunity there.
Yeah, because there's the escape room. The fact that we have the only magic shop that's in the general area. There's only a few of them in California, period, and one of them is here. We have the historic downtown. We have the art museum. We have the murals. We have which they did capture. But then you have the honey farm, which my list didn't capture. You have the fish hatchery.
That's a hidden gem people don't know about.
Yeah. And so Lake Piru didn't even show up on my list. And that is a huge attraction.
Yeah.
Look
at that. The top magic shops. White Rabbit Magic Shop. Number 1.
Really? What'd you put in?
I just put top magic shops.
Oh.
So it pulled it from the Santa Clara River Valley. So you're the top magic shop in the Santa Clara River Valley.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Score.
There's another nearest one is the Magic Apple in Studio City
Yeah.
and Ventura Boulevard. It says, do you want to broaden the search? But
Yeah, broaden it.
uh,
There's one in, I think, Montecito,
is there? Okay.
San Francisco area.
Okay. Would it have the top 10 magic shops in the country? Is there 10?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because they're rare now, right?
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There's like maybe 40.
There's the mystery shop in Ventura,
No,
Black Rabbit Rose in Hollywood,
not a magic shop.
John Goggin and Associates. This is in LA. Hollywood Toys and Costumes.
They're gone. Well, yeah, but they have like a small magic counter. They got some of the magic stuff when Hollywood Magic closed.
Omni Magic Entertainment. It lists you as Ventura, city of Ventura.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Separate from the Santa Paula location, this Ventura location ranks among the top magic stores in the country, according to Yelp. Do you have a second location? Okay.
Hey, at least we made number 15.
Yeah, Ventura Hobby.
So, yeah. So here's the legitimate list.
Yeah.
Tannen's Magic out of New York, the Magic Apple, Studio City, Daytona Magic. They're out of Florida. Houdini's Magic Shops. They're on Pier 39, but they also have shops in a lot of touristy areas.
Mhm.
Vanishing Ink, Murphy's Magic, Murphy's you can't shop at. Magic Tricks Inc., Eagle Magic Store, Hocus Pocus, they just closed. Phantasma Magic, they're out of New York. Misdirection Magic Shop, they're out of New York.
Mhm.
Danny and Lee Studios, I'm not familiar with them. Abbott's Magic Companies, they're out of Ohio or something like that. The Trick Stop, and then White Rabbit Magic.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So
There's so it's been one of my battles with the Valley here is like we don't do a great job promoting what we have here as far as tourist attractions.
well, it relies on each individual business to be able to really promote what they're doing, and so the Heritage Valley was a good start to the things but the membership part of it never really got fully built out.
Yeah.
And so it has information, but it doesn't have the right information per se to really boost it up.
For those platforms to search it.
Yeah. And there's so many there's billions of websites, and there's so many platforms out there that track information about people that die. They become stale.
Yeah.
And so you look at there's hundreds of directory services out there, and then you have TripAdvisor, and you have Yelp, and you have all these other places, and unless you're going into each one of those places to ensure that your data, and unfortunately if you go into companies like Yelp and you say, oh, I'm going to update my profile, they're going to harass the crap out of you to try to get you to do paid ads and all this other kind of garbage. And so it's discouraging, because as soon as you start touching your profile, they're vultures.
Yeah.
And they just start coming after you like, oh, hey, you should promote and advertise and do this and do that.
Yeah. But I mean, all this information, it's only as good as what's put in it, what people do.
Yeah.
If people didn't give a review on Yelp, how's a business going to get any information on that?
Right.
So it's all dependent on what people do and that's a lot of it that they're feed off of. So I don't know. But
and there's way too many platforms out there that you have to try to manage in order to keep all the information accurate.
Yeah.
There are some services that will go out and it will look at your profile. You can put in what your true and accurate information is, and then it will scan all of these listing directories to say, hey, this information is inaccurate in this directory, in this directory, in this directory. But then it goes back to, well, you can pay us and we'll go in and update all those directories and make sure that they're all providing the same information. But in most cases, those directories, it's a name, a phone number, an address, an email, a website, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know there's been things I've seen on social media where they're like, oh, Santa Paula is like the top this or that. It's according to somebody that somebody pulled up, but it was from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I saw this 5 years ago, and now why is it relevant again?
Right.
Because somebody ran across it, and somebody probably did a search, and it's like, oh, I found this article, whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, and it's hard to manage that though. It's hard to keep that information current.
Yeah. I mean, you figure have you ever done a search on yourself?
I don't want to.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where your information is.
Oh, it's stored in a lot of different places.
Yeah. And so you think about it, and there's so much information out there. And if you go in and you update something or something changes in your life, that doesn't mean the 250 locations that have something about you are going to know anything about that.
No.
So it's so easy for the stuff to become stale.
Well, and then if you have a common name with somebody and then it gets mixed up, how's it going to identify?
Right.
So you could filter through things, and there's probably,
I ripped off the U.S. Post Office back in the 80s.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I mean, you pull your name up, and 80% of that is not even you.
And what are the chances of there being another James Lantine?
Apparently there was. So right, so
spelt it different, but it was still I actually was questioned at my workplace
really
about it.
Wow. Okay.
So I was in banking at the time.
Yeah.
And somebody came in and told one of the managers that hey, that guy you got working for you just got busted for ripping off the post office.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Was it an official in a suit and tie or what? Or is it?
I don't know, but I mean I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't think anyone would know about it because
all right.
So
yeah. Anyway, so tourism, there's a lot of opportunity.
Oh, there's tons of opportunity.
So I think doing these geo hunts are going to be a good way to help bring awareness to the valley. If we can get some businesses to get engaged on this, that would be good. Like, so we're going to do some events coming up and stuff too. So excited about that. So
can you talk about the one event that you're actually working on right now I believe it's going to be in Fillmore?
Well, we're working on 2 events right now.
Okay.
So in Fillmore, we're working on a music festival similar to what we did here in Santa Paula.
Okay.
We're doing that tentatively. It's August 29th. All day music right there in City Hall downtown. The park next to it, we're going to have booths, car show.
So it'll be vendors, car show, music,
car show, kids stuff,
food trucks.
We're going to have cornhole tournament. And we're a lot of the net proceeds that are going to go, we're going to give to a few of the local organizations that are there, the youth organizations. So we're working on that right now. But yeah, it's a scheduled 12 to 9. Not everything's finalized yet, so we're still working with the city, getting all the paperwork done and stuff. But that's our tentative event that we're starting to line it up, getting some sponsors, doing all that stuff too. So it'll be the first big event in Fillmore in a while like that, other than the 4th of July car show that they do. It's something different, and we want to start bringing in some events that are going to help attract people from outside.
And this is being done through the Santa Clara River Valley Alliance.
Yes, newer organization, focusing a lot on tourism, but then also focusing on business advocacy too. So we're going to do a little bit of both. Help our businesses.
Biggest thing is trying to bring people to the valley.
Yes, bring people to the valley, not only to come to these events, but to shop, to support. If they're going to be in Fillmore that day, hey, you know what? There's a great downtown. They can go. If they don't want to get food from a food truck, there's several great restaurants downtown they can go. So we're going to help promote downtown also to get people to go shopping as well. So we'll have some kind of whether it's social media or something we'll put out there about, hey, go support downtown as well too.
And we're talking with the Fillmore Town Theater about doing a magic camp for kids out there. Actually host it in the theater.
Nice. Okay.
And so we'll see how that works. We're doing the Santa Paula school district one that they, the summer camps that they put on the schools. So I got to try to balance the schedule out between the two and everything. But
that's
we're
good.
We're going to try to do something with them and help bring awareness to what they're doing. And
Yeah, Filmer's an up and coming community. They're really trying to change the narrative of what they've been in the past. They've kind of been a little stagnant. So they got some new blood in city staff. Some new businesses have come in. They're really trying to make a go of bringing in more tourism to the area. So we're going to try and help assist with that as well. So, we're not taking away from the Heritage Valley Tourism Bureau or the other organization. We're here to just add another option as well.
right.
So,
Well, and the Tourism Bureau really doesn't do anything event focused.
no, and I'm actually trying to partner with them on some things too that maybe, because they just don't have the capacity. That's been the challenge with them. But if we have a group that can go out and do these type of events, it might be in the best interest to maybe even partner or sponsor or something to that effect. So,
Right.
So we're talking with them right now to see if there's options there,
Cool.
Hopefully there is, because that's a long historical name that's been out there for a while, and it's been stagnant for many, many years.
Right.
Not to the level it should be, but it just, so I don't know, but we're going to try and do a few things different. We have a little more flexibility here to do some stuff than they do.
Right.
So that's one event. And then two, we're doing in October, first weekend in October, for Saturday in October, we're going to do the Taste of Santa Paula.
Okay.
So
And that's going to be at the
Carvault Collective.
Okay.
So right there in the Harvest, in right off Halleck. So we're going to do it there. So we're still working out details on it, but we're scheduled for, I think it's either October 2nd or 3rd, whatever that first Saturday is in October.
Right. They did send out an email for save the date.
Yeah, we're going to save the date right now. Like I said, we're still working on details. We're going to figure out the layout and all that, but we don't want to just get the word out that, hey, we are going to have it. It's coming back again, it's been under the chamber umbrella for a while. Now we're moving it over to the Santa Clara River Valley Alliance. The gentleman that puts it on, that created it, actually wanted to partner with us on this year. So we're going to make that work too.
Cool.
So, and then hopefully another one that maybe the Tourism Bureau can help support and sponsor as well. So,
and is it going to participate, even though it says Santa Paula, will there be Fillmore restaurants and
we're opening it up to everybody in the county that wants to come to help support.
Oh, okay.
Because you go to like the Taste of Camarillo, it's not just Camarillo restaurants, they're from all over. Casa Pacifica, that does the one big fundraiser in Camarillo, they get from everywhere.
Okay.
Ojai, same thing. It's not strictly Ojai restaurants and stuff. They get people from all over the county. It's just you're a host. You're hosting in Santa Paula, but it's also people that are from all over the surrounding areas as well. So, we want to keep it Ventura County based,
primarily Valley based.
Primarily Valley, but I mean, if we want to provide a big variety of food, we're kind of limited in some areas. So like, if we have, say we wanted to bring some Greek food in here, how many restaurants in the Valley have Greek food?
Right.
So we might have to go to Ventura or some surrounding areas and say, hey, would you like to participate?
Right.
Mexican food's in abundance out here.
Oh yeah.
So, but we can only have so many Mexican food restaurants there. You can't have 10 out of the 20 vendors, all Mexican food.
Right.
So you have to kind of spread it out. Same thing with barbecue. We got a lot of barbecue places here too. So we got to kind of be careful on how we do all that stuff. And some can and some can't, so we have to do a little outreach. You need something for, vegetarian meals. You need a little, we want to bring a variety of people from the surrounding areas. Like, if we get Fillmore, we get, Santa Paula, we get some Piru people, we get, maybe Ojai or even Moore Park or East Ventura, something like that. We get surrounding areas. So, we've had requests from Camarillo. We've had requests from Thousand Oaks that they want to come out here too. So we have a kind of we have an idea who we want to bring in as far as types of food. And then we just got to see if there's restaurants in the Valley primarily first that can support that. If not, we can expand out. But
nice.
The Valley is priority too. I mean,
yeah.
I'd love to get every restaurant there be a Valley restaurant, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So,
right.
Like I said, if we did a Mexican, food, I mean, there's, God, we probably could fill up the 50 restaurants.
Yeah, I know.
So, they all do it well. So that's
true.
the thing. So, but you can only eat so much Mexican food, So,
yep.
So those are a couple big events that we're going to help support. We're going to try and do a few other ones as well too. So, yeah.
Cool.
We got another big event coming up, right?
We do.
You have one in August, right? Film festival.
Oh yeah, the film festival.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And so that is by the it's the House of Magic. It's the Santa Paula Theater Center and the Santa Clara River Valley Alliance.
Yes.
And so it's August 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we have over 140 submissions so far.
I started watching some of those films. Some are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot of movies films to watch.
We cut off the foreign stuff.
Okay.
So we're not allowing any more foreign submissions
There's
because
a lot of them.
yeah.
But I started watching. I'm like, man, I could spend weeks watching all this.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot.
Yeah, you kind of learn to skim.
Yeah.
So you watch, you know, the little bit of the opening, you get to the middle, you get to the end. Just fortunately they're short, so it's not quite as bad. But yeah, you tend to skim over it just to see what's the quality of the filming. Does it seem to have a good storyline?
Yeah.
And
I don't remember what it was called, but it was like I watched the first 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I don't know where this one's going, and then I skimmed a little bit, and I'm like, okay, they're still in this kind of scene, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna skim it, still in the same. I'm like, all right, I think we're done with this one. You know? So
yeah, it was funny. There was one that we Jesse May and I watched, and we were watching it, and we're going, okay, it's got an interesting story, and we're watching it some more. It's like, and we kind of finished it, and we said, you know, it kept us engaged. It wasn't necessarily a great storyline, but the way they filmed it kept us locked in. Like, okay, so where's this gonna go? And so the ending was kind of a bit of a like oh, okay, that didn't really go where I thought it was gonna go, but yet it kept us locked. Yeah, we ended up watching the whole thing because it's like, whoa, where's this going? Unfortunately, the end didn't take us where we wanted to be. Yeah, but it's still, the way they filmed it still kept us watching,
which was good.
Yeah,
you were engaged the whole time.
Yeah,
you know, so
but yeah, so we'll talk more about that. But we are fresh out of time.
Yeah, you got things to do tonight.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
yep.
Yes,
I'll be there tonight.
Will you?
Yeah, they're for the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay.
Contracts renewals tonight.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be there in a little while.
All right,
in a few hours. Yeah, yeah. But anyway,
what kind of a meeting we're gonna have?
I don't know. I didn't see what else was on there.
Okay.
I'm leaving right after our things voted. So
are you in the front?
We're consent.
Okay,
so it's towards the front. So
all right.
It could be 2 hours into it. But,
yeah.
You know. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, with that, we will see you all next week. We're back on schedule. So, stay safe, support local, and do your part.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.